The city sleeps, but it never really shuts its eyes. At 3 in the morning, the world exists in a state of suspended animation. It is a time reserved for the dreamers, the insomniacs, and the lonely souls drifting home, after the rest of the world has already surrendered to the dark. Luna was one of those drifting souls. Her heels clicked rhythmically against the damp pavement, echoing through the empty alleyway like a ticking clock. Another overtime shift had drained the color from her face, leaving her eyes heavy and her spirit hollow. She took a shortcut she had never taken before, hoping to shave 5 minutes off her journey to a cold, empty apartment. That was when she saw it. Standing alone at the corner of a street that felt strangely out of time was a vending machine. It was not one of those sleek, modern touchscreens that accepted credit cards and scanned your face. This machine was a relic from another era. Its paint was faded, peeling at the edges to reveal the rusted metal beneath. The hum it emitted was low and steady, like the purring of a giant sleeping cat. The fluorescent light flickering inside cast a soft, nostalgic glow onto the wet asphalt, creating an island of warmth in the cool blue night. Luna stopped. Something about the machine pulled at her. It felt magnetic. She stepped closer, squinting to see the selection through the scratched glass. There were no familiar brands here, no logos she recognized from billboards or television commercials. The cans were simple, painted in pastel colors that reminded her of old watercolor sets. She read the labels aloud. Her voice was barely a whisper in the silence. Bottled regret. Essence of a summer rain. First, love milk tea. And right in the center row, glowing slightly brighter than the rest, was a blue can labeled Soda of Yesterday. Luna reached into her pocket. Her fingers brushed against a single cold coin. She did not know why, but she felt a sudden, overwhelming thirst. Not for water, but for something she could not quite name. She slotted the coin into the machine. Clink. Clank. The sound was loud, startlingly mechanical, and satisfying. She pressed the button for the soda of yesterday. The machine whirred and groaned, gears grinding against years of disuse before the can tumbled down with a heavy thud. Luna reached into the dispenser slot. The can was freezing cold against her fingertips. She popped the tab. Snap, hiss, the sound of the escaping gas seemed to echo endlessly. Suddenly, the smell of the alleyway vanished. The scent of damp trash and exhaust fumes was replaced by the smell of cut grass and sunscreen. The flickering street lamp overhead stabilized, turning into the bright, blinding sun of a mid-July afternoon. Luna blinked. She was no longer standing on the dark street. She was standing at the edge of the playground near her old childhood home. And there, running past her with scraped knees and a smile that shone brighter than the sun, was a little girl. It was her. It was Luna at 10 years old. The little girl was chasing a dragonfly, laughing with a pure, unadulterated joy that the adult Luna had forgotten existed. The air was thick with the sound of cicadas. The world was vibrant, saturated with colors so deep they made her heart ache. Luna reached out her hand. She wanted to brush the hair from the little girl's face. She wanted to tell her that everything would be okay. That growing up was hard, but she was strong. But her hand passed through the image like smoke. This was not time travel. It was a playback. A memory stored in carbonated water and sugar. She watched as the little girl fell, skinned her knee, and cried for a moment before getting right back up to chase the dragonfly again. The resilience, the hope, the belief that tomorrow would just be another day to play. Luna lifted the can to her lips and took a sip. It tasted like lemons and cheap candy. It tasted like freedom. Tears welled up in her eyes, hot and fast, streaming down her tired cheeks. But for the first time in years, she did not feel drained. She felt filled. The knot in her chest loosened, washed away by the sparkling taste of the past. Slowly, the sunlight faded. The cicadas quieted. The cold blue night of the city returned, wrapping around her like a familiar coat. Luna stood alone again, under the flickering streetlight. The can in her hand was empty, but her heart was full. She wiped her eyes and took a deep breath. The air was still cold, but it felt crisp now, refreshing. She looked at the machine one last time. It hummed quietly, waiting. Luna reached into her pocket and found one more coin. She did not use it. Instead, she placed it carefully on the metal ledge of the machine, leaving it there for the next person who might find themselves lost at 3 a.m. "Thank you," she whispered. She turned and walked away. Her footsteps were a little lighter. The sound of her heels now, a steady, confident beat marching towards tomorrow. Behind her, the vending machine flickered once. And then, as if its job was done, the lights went out, merging perfectly with the shadows of the night.